For decades, young people believed in a simple promise: get a degree, secure a stable job, step into the middle class. But today, that promise is cracking. The degree that once guaranteed opportunity has turned into something far less powerful, and millions of graduates are discovering this the hard way. Welcome back to Rich Map, the channel where we break down money, careers, and the economic forces shaping your future. Today's video dives deep into a major shift affecting young adults worldwide. Why the traditional university route is no longer delivering what it used to, and what this dramatic change actually means for you. Let's get right into it. For generations, the path to the middle class seemed clear and dependable. You went to university, took on some debt, if necessary, and in return you received a reliable entry into white-collar work, higher earnings, and eventually, home ownership. It was a ticket to security, but that ticket has lost its power. Instead of a guaranteed pathway, it now resembles a small discount on a massive student loan. We are living through a rare economic turning point. Normally, a growing economy rewards education. Yet today, even as economies expand, opportunities for graduates are shrinking. Oxford Economics captured this shift with a striking statistic in May 2024. For the first time in 45 years, recent U.S. graduates had a higher unemployment rate than the national average. This is not an economic collapse. Overall unemployment remains near historical lows, but it signals a major structural change. A big part of the story is sheer supply. In the UK, only 5% of young people went to university in 1960. By 2007, it was 43%. The US followed a similar path, with the share of degree-holding adults rising from 7.7% in 1960 to almost 38% in 2023. What used to be a rare signal of exceptional ability is now the baseline expectation. And as degrees became common, the earnings premium faded. But it is not just the number of graduates. Grades have inflated too. In the UK, first-class degrees rose from 7% in the mid-90s to 26% today. When everyone looks exceptional on paper, no one truly stands out. In the US, the numbers reflect the pressure clearly. By September 2025, unemployment among 20 to 24-year-olds jumped to 9.2%, up from 7% the year before. Bloomberg reports that graduates with four-year degrees now represent over a quarter of all unemployed Americans, the highest share ever recorded, surpassing even pandemic layoffs. The scramble to secure a job has intensified dramatically. According to High Flyers research, UK final-year students now submit an average of 21.7 job applications, nearly double the number from 2023, while hiring success has fallen to its lowest point in 3 decades. Only 27% had a job secured by February 2025, compared with 33% 2 years earlier. Meanwhile, graduate job postings have collapsed, down 78% in HR, down 46% in marketing, down 42% in accounting. Yet the number of graduates keeps rising, with more than 465,000 new degree holders in the UK last year alone. A deeper divide is emerging too. As FT data reporter John Murdoch highlights, the downturn is hitting young men far harder than young women. In the US, unemployment among recent male graduates jumped from under 5% to 7% within a year, while the rate for women stayed unchanged. Women gained 135,000 new jobs last year, especially in healthcare, a sector that remains stubbornly human and resistant to automation. Men, however, cluster in sectors like tech and finance, industries that have aggressively cut entry-level roles after pandemic. Hiring spikes while embracing automation at full speed. Large language models now handle tasks once performed by junior workers. Writing basic code, analyzing spreadsheets, summarizing data. Bloomberg recently noted that OpenAI even hired over 100 ex-bankers to train AI systems to replicate junior banking work. There is some improvement. Tech hiring is not as dire as last year, while still about 20% below pre-pandemic levels. Demand for AI developers and cybersecurity specialists is stabilizing. Companies are shifting from large teams to smaller, highly specialized ones. Women remain insulated because the fields they dominate, especially healthcare, rely heavily on human presence and empathy, which automation struggles to replicate. For young people, the lesson is clear. Pay attention to demographic trends, not just degrees. Aging populations and expanding care needs create Durable opportunities. Traditionally, on-the-job training came from repetitive tasks. Junior lawyers reviewed mountains of documents. Accountants checked logs. Junior bankers built financial models. These tasks provided both experience and proof of competence. AI is severing that link. At law firms like Simmons & Simmons, custom tools like Percy now handle document review and summarization work that once trained entire batches of junior lawyers. New graduates are shifting from doers, who produce first drafts, to checkers, who verify AI output. But verification requires judgment, something new graduates have not had time to develop, and companies are increasingly unwilling to provide that time. AI is disrupting hiring in another way too. With generative tools, applicants can now blast out hundreds of tailored resumes and cover letters instantly. What used to help employers identify strong candidates has turned into a flood of indistinguishable applications. The Economist compares this to George Akerlof's Lemon's problem. When buyers cannot distinguish high-quality goods from low-quality ones, the whole market breaks down. In hiring, overwhelmed employers retreat to personal networks and offline referrals. When every application looks perfect, the only remaining signal is who introduces you.